As 2015 is beginning to come to an end, I've decided to take a look back at all the games of 2015 and pick some of the best and some of the worst. Today, we'll be taking a look at the worst games of 2015. Games that were so bad, they made me cry. The games that were so bad, I just could not resist to yell at them. Games that were so bad, they were even disappointing. So let's kick it off with number 10. And in comfortable position number 10, we got PewDiePie, The Legend of the Brofist. An iOS port that got ported onto PC for no apparent reason. Well, the apparent reason is there, a really easy cash-in for all the PewDiePie fans. But the game is really bad. It has nothing in it. There's no substance in it. There's no way to have fun. It's just a really bad platformer that has no content in it and really bad inside jokes that aren't funny at all. It's a giant clusterfuck that somehow made it and is doing okay, knowing all the billions of fans that PewDiePie has. However, it is a really bad game. There's no denying it. That's why I ended up on this list. At number 9, we got Saints Row Get Out of Hell. It does really seem like this game came straight out of hell. It's another really bad cash-in of the Saints Row series that has died after the third one. Feels like a really cheap and terribly made DLC. Story fucking retarded. The entire gameplay system is just wrong and boring, and it's not funny anymore. It's trying to be again a funny game. It's not working out. As I said, Saints Row died after Saints Row the 3rd, and now it's over. They cannot get back on their horse, and this is just to try to salvage any money from this franchise whatsoever. And let me tell you, unless they change something drastically, this franchise is dead. At number 8, as the worst game of the year, we got Batman Arkham Knight. Well, this game is mostly here because I could never actually play it. This game has been such a terrible port that I could physically not run it on any of my systems whatsoever. The game has been completely bashed by everyone in the PC community simply because it doesn't fucking work. They have patched this game numerous times, re-released it, and it still doesn't work. Frame rate tanks, everything's bad about it. It's just a clusterfuck of broken mess. And I heard that the actual game is not that good itself. So therefore, it lands itself on the number 8 spot. Honestly, it could be much higher, but it landed on the number 8 spot of the worst games of 2015. Next up, we have Battlefield Hardline. The game that basically is supposed to be cops and robbers. It was launched as a new Battlefield that felt like a DLC. To be perfectly honest, someone just looked at Payday, the heist, and was like, that's a good idea. Let's stick it into a battlefield of like 1 million people, because that makes sense. The game just didn't work. There was nothing about the cops and robbers aspect that would fit into a Battlefield game on a massive scale. That just doesn't work. No cops and robber game would ever end up like that. Unfortunately, it was a failed experiment, but they did give it a try. They tried something new. That's why it lands only on number 7, while number 6 goes to a game that did not try at all. And that game is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I mean, do I really need to say anything else? It's the same game that you played the year before, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before. Really nothing changed. They added guns that don't even make gun noises. It's just like, that's not even a gun. Overall, why do I bother? On number 5, halfway down the list, we got Hatred. A game that was hyped around as the worst game possible. It's completely out there. It's so outrageous, it's incredible. It's been banned here, it's been banned here, it's been banned here. It's so bad. You should never play it or you'll become a serial killer. This game will melt your eyeballs and stuff. And instead of all that, it just became a really mediocre top-down shooter with no content, rhyme or reason to it. It's just there. You could go poof sometimes. There's like 1 or 2 executions in the game, and yeah, completely no reason for the hype of the like hate how horrible this game is, because really not. There's nothing in it that's like so outrageous that has never been done before. That is just, no, there's nothing there. Plus it's really glitchy. Like I glitched out many times playing this game. So deservedly around the hype of for no reason it gets the 5th spot on the list. And coming in at number 4, I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. Oh god, don't even get me started on this one. A game that was supposed to completely make the series awesome again. Failed miserably at everything a skateboarding game should be. And it failed at everything a Tony Hawk's game should be as well. Didn't work. Really bland. Terrible graphics. Boring. Most of the time you can't even play it, and there's like very little content in it. There's like 5 maps, 6 maps. It's ridiculously bad, and complete disappointment. I just don't comprehend how you could possibly fuck up a Tony Hawk's game. Like you can't even get the grinding system correct in a Tony Hawk's game. Just copy pasted it from the previous one. It was really nice, not the previous one, but like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, for example, or 3. Those were good games, and so far, it's been shit. On the podium on number 3, it's another one of them. It's a game that's supposed to bring life once again into the series, and it miserably failed at that. Are you starting to see a pattern here? This game was so bad, I almost punched my screen. It brought nothing that's really good. It was glitchy. It didn't look good at all, to be perfectly honest. London was bland and boring, and just it didn't work at all. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, once again, as many games on this list, did not live up to the hype and did not cross any of the tick boxes. The game, just like Saints Row, this game died with Assassin's Creed 2, and it has been dead ever since. I'm not counting Black Flag because that wasn't an Assassin's Creed game, that was just a pirate game. Because besides that, this series is terrible and I hate it. The yearly re-release just does not work. You need more time on a video game to make it good. Look at GTA 5, look at Fallout 4. Good games, and look, they didn't take a year to make. And before we get started, oh, Ubisoft got multiple studios so they can do this, they can afford to make multiple games in a year, blah 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 blah. No! You focus on the game solely, you make it good, and you don't make a piece of shit like this. On number 2, we got Star Wars Battlefront. Not 3, just Star Wars Battlefront. A really bad game in terms of the whole gameplay system. They changed a lot of the mechanics, and they don't work, most of them. For example, the whole pickup system where you pick up to be a hero just doesn't work. Everyone just Everyone just camps around the spot that you get the hero pickup from, and you get a timer on it. It's bad. It doesn't work. Really doesn't work. Graphically, looks stunning. I love it. It looks so good. That's why I was super hyped about it. I was like, no way this game looks that good. It looks that good. I was playing it in 4K. It looks like I'm playing in real life. Honestly, it's fucking looking amazing. And this is what pains me even more, that this game looks so good. It's so good looking, and it still fucks everything up, and it just destroyed the series again. Like, it's gone. I just played Battlefield 2 again, Battlefront 2 again, and it was good. Man, all the mechanics were really good. Maps much more wide open. These maps are really confined and small, and just it doesn't work. It was so close. It was so close. They had to ruin everything. The disappointment was too big. That's why I land on number 2. And going with the disappointment theme, we land on number 1, the controversial spot for many. Many of you will be very upset with me for picking this game. But Just Cause 3 is the worst game of 2015 by far. Extremely disappointing. That's all I'm gonna say. Worst game ever? Possibly not. But it is the worst game of 2015. Just the disappointment level was off the scale. Like, the scale was set pretty hard by Battlefront. That which blew it out of the water. It was just so disappointing. incredibly disappointed. This game was one of my favorite games of all time, and it just gets shot on with this game. Huge world, I'll give it that. Who gives a shit? Limited, very limited amount of vehicles. There's like no vehicles in the game. There's such small, confined amount of vehicles. There's no big airport with jumbo jets in it. That doesn't exist. The cities and villages are all exactly the same, every single one of them. The map might be huge, but it's not diverse at all. It's all the same. It's all green fields, and it's all really brownish looking. It's not good. There's a few fun weapons, but there's a lot more there should have been. There's a lot of good systems added to it, but they're wasted because the map is empty. There's nothing in it. It's a boring game because you just spend like 98% of the time you just fly, or you mostly fly because you can't drive because the map is too damn big and the cars are too damn slow and too damn boring and terrible. Like, handling of the cars is bad. Just Cause 2 handling was bad, but it was fun bad. This is bad. Just limited amount of things you can do because of how empty this goddamn world is. There's no diversity in Just Cause 2. You had mountains, you had the desert, you had the beaches, you had the giant city they could drive a loop around. It was super fun. This has none of that. It doesn't have any of it. Nothing's there. It's all been stripped away, and it's incredibly freaking boring because of it. There's a 2% of the game. 2% of the game where you actually have an amazing amount of fun. You blow up giant shit. You like combine things to make an awesome action scene, and that's the best thing that ever. You're happy like a child. But this game 90% of the time strips you of that and makes it really fucking boring, which is terrible. It's just so empty. It's vast and empty and repetitive and boring and limited amount of vehicles, limited amount of weapons. There's literally nothing good about this game to be said except maybe like the grappling hook that they used from a mod. The wingsuit is fun. I'll give it that. Besides that, this game has been the biggest disappointment. The terrible, worst game of 2015. And I'm just angry. I'm really fucking angry now. I hate this. Like, I was waiting for this game for such a long time. I was hyped. I loved Just Cause 2. I had parties where we had like 10 people over and we were all playing Just Cause 2 on the big screen. It was fucking amazing. And then we get this piece of shit that's useless to anyone ever. They didn't even bother to add multiplayer. They're gonna wait for the mod support again. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, terrible game. Do not buy it. Do not play it. Just get Just Cause 2, mod the shit out of it, add new textures. It will look fantastic. It will play fantastic, and you will not be disappointed like with this giant piece of shit. This game has been terrible. Don't bother with it. Please, don't do it. Told you it was controversial. Anyway, I'm angry. I'm done. I don't want to rant anymore about these horrible games. 10 of the worst games I've played in 2015. I'll be seeing you tomorrow with the 10 best games of 2015 so we can celebrate, pop some champagne, and be happy about life. Thank you very much. I'll be seeing you tomorrow with the best games of 2015. Peace!